as we start another beautiful day in northern Wisconsin with snow and I think it's 29 degrees and snow. Yeah, the global warming's getting to us here. Man, it's melting us out. I'm sorry. There could be issues. And climate changes could be a real thing. I think the cooling cycle will have to be talked about soon. Because it doesn't seem like it's... seems like we're getting a lot of cold. I just saw something saying other planets are getting cold. I'm going to have to go back to my belief that tinfoil hat Rollen thinks that the solar maximum and solar minimum were used against people, and then the longer, colder winters show up, and the same time food shortages and global strife. It's weird how the timing's going to work. But then there's no history of us, of humans using mass starvation, is there? Whoops. Oh, there is. Ugh. Hey, this guy knows about this stuff. I've heard some of his on-stage speech. His rhetoric's good. Rhetoric is good. And I'm now interested in checking him out.
Now I grew up down an old dirt road in a town you wouldn't know. My pops picked the place up for $1,500 back in 1964. My grandfather was a drinker back in the day, he put him down. But a war is known to change a man, and the whiskey's known to change a man. That's not me. I really drink from...
Oh, we got to go back, because that's, you know, I've been talking about it for a while, and I need, it's, there you go, there's another answer. So I can put down a couple gluten-free beers now, as they don't hurt me, and I can enjoy them. But if you see me doing shots of whiskey, I'd just run. It means I've completely given up, and I want to become the other guy. So I understand this all too well, because I have certain things that I can do that turn me into someone I don't want to be. And that's why I kind of, you know, I open the smoking lounge all the time. I put my trophies out because I can't be ashamed. You bet I can do A, B, and D. If I see my way to the trap house and start smoking rock, I'm fucked. And my 1 for my PG-13. 3 minutes in, that's good. It's very bad to curse in the first 30 seconds. It appears that because of our attention spans, they really don't like nothing controversial in the first minute, because that's where your advertisers and your click-through rate all come together in a great, happy conglomerate of profiteering. Me, I'm just trying hard not to curse and be myself, and I don't really worry too much about all that. But, you know, I caught myself there. We'll be good.
He's known to change a man, but a war is known to change a man, and the whiskey's known to change a man. That's not me. I really drink from the bottle, but I'll smoke a little weed. I still live in the sticks where you wouldn't go, in a town of 1,200 off an old dirt road, and a country boy is all I'll ever be. Now it's been 12 years since I sold my soul to the devil in LA. said,
you wanna sell 1,000,000 records, boy? You better listen to me.
he said,
Change your style, whiten your smile. You could lose a couple of pounds. If you wanna live this life, you better lose that wife. Do you need your friends around?
Oh, I've told this story. It doesn't matter the band anymore. But I was, my band was playing at a time when a band y'all know. Well, not, you don't all know, but you know. Okay, so nu metal was breaking free and becoming the number one profitable genre. And I came up in a scene where one of the nu metal bands that, you know, got pretty big came from. And the biggest story was when they went out to get signed. And I'd have to verify some of this, but I believe this is fairly accurate, just like what we just heard. Half the band comes home. Here, you know, musician A and D all had girlfriends. They instantly got sent home, and studio musicians took their place. Because the appearance of availability is important for marketing and other illusions that you must maintain to make a buck. So this hits hard right here. And forgive my ignorance, but I'm guessing that's a super famous. So I don't know, but I see. I don't know who Chris Young is. Is that in George? So I followed Charlie Daniels on Twitter. I like Twitter, and I followed him until he passed, and I follow his channel even though he's passed. But I don't. Is that George Jones? See, I don't know who's who. Well, I know who Aaron Lewis is because of Fred Durst, I guess. You know what I mean? And then he signed. It's all confused. I don't know what's what, who's who. Which part of his career he's talking about. I just know this hits in my feels and my oh yeah, this is the stuff we this is what brought me to all this with Tom McDonald, calling out the satanic side of the industry. And people get all salty with me. Oh, that's not evil. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean this. You're not going to tell me that this stuff isn't all up in there. What you're doing is called gatekeeping. You're protecting the bad ideas because you like the art. As we've mentioned before, I can smear something on the wall and someone's going to call it art. Someone just sent me, one of the brothers of mine that rides the bus with us. He just sent me a clip. She ain't going to tell me because some of these artists still selling their poo. Yeah, it keeps going up in value. So some goofball thinks that has value. That's the only reason it has value. So the art is all subjective, as always. That's why it's art and not science. But the fact that you defend some of the darkest, morally ambiguous ideas gives up so much about you. And yeah, it's just called gatekeeping. You're just protecting the bad ideas. And the bad ideas are not helping the planet. There is not any Luciferians that are going to save the planet and create a utopian society. Sorry, not going to happen.
Sell 1,000,000 records, boy. You better listen to me.
he said,
Change your style, whiten your smile. You could lose a couple of pounds. If you want to live this life, you better lose that wife. Do you need your friends around?
said, no, that's not me. 'Cause the biggest things in life are your friends and family. And up how I feel. One is the colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that to my grave. Because this is me. I'm proud to be American and strong in my belief. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again, 'cause I've never needed government to hold my hand. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again, 'cause my family's always fought and died to save this land. And a country boy is all I'll ever be.
I love my country. I love my guns. I love my family. I love the way it is now. And anybody that tries to change it has to come through me. That should be all of our attitudes. This is America, and a country boy's good enough for me, son.
Aaron Lewis, country boy. I kind of. Well, I look out my window, and I see that my town has 1,100 people in it, whatever it is. I grew up and graduated from a town where you knew the first name of everyone in the graduating class. My time in the cities only taught me things. I never took root there because of the inconsistent nature of community. I would say that it's not much different now. Community stuff, even in a small town, because it's real cliquey. You gotta live there your whole life. I mean, I live here, but I don't blend. I stick out in my country community, but I understand it, so I can function in it pretty well. Man, that was good. I liked it a lot. I apologize, or will at least admit that I don't know who's who and what's what there. But I know the message. And here's the thing, I think anybody, I've been doing this long enough. I don't have ill will for hardly anybody outside of someone who has intentions of destroying my kids' chance to give their kids the same chance I had, that my dad had. And all right, so I mean, I understand people gonna want some change. Cool. But I've never seen a stronger. I got to agree with a lot of the people I listen to. I would say that the middle class has been the strongest engine for prosperity. I mean, I just can't believe that some working guys are gonna, maybe they think they'll be in the upper caste, but I'm pretty sure they end up down in the work, whatever. I don't want to harp and get too, okay, that's all I do. I really, really agree with the messaging here. I'm not saying I think things can't change. but I think the system in place gives the most opportunity. And it's just, I think I get all on my high horse because I've spent a few hours doing just watching construction from other countries. And I, as a guy who comes from the trades, I would not want to see international. See, they play this. It looks like international regulation is great until you go, on a holiday and you see bamboo scaffolding or some just the insanest setup, or you just spend time watching how they treat heavy equipment outside of this country. Oh, I know we have accidents too. I know we do. But I watch a lot of big truck wrecks, call it that, cranes crashing, stuff like that. And it's quite clear that the standards are different globally. And you just don't want your 12-year-old working at the strip mine and crushed by a tractor that tips over. Just saying, you don't. Maybe you want half of the stuff they fought for to get to this moment. And I don't know. I don't know how to get it all together in one place. But I really like the message here. I really like this one a lot. Struck a chord. I wish I was wearing my Don't Tread on Me shirt later.